immediately now you see the bubbles, the ice underneath is turning to steam and going up through the lava, creating these little mini steam explosions. And of course in nature, when lava falls over an edge or gets caught by wind, you can have these formations called telles here. This is a very thin filament of lava, which cools very quickly. And this is really hard to find in nature because they are so thin and fragile that they break apart very quickly after their formation. You can see it goes black very quickly. It's already cool. And in Icelandic, they're called Nortnahaur, or witches here. They're very beautiful. So now that the lava is coming into the room and getting into touch with the atmosphere, it instantly starts to cool down, and you'll see some parts of the lava flow is getting darker. And in some parts, it almost looks like the lava flow has stopped completely. Like over here, it's already formed a solid crust. But it's only being cooled right now around the edges. So it solidifies around the edges on the outside of the flow. But in the middle, there is still molten lava flowing down. So you see there's more lava actually entering the room and cooling down here at the bottom. So if I break it over here, you can see that inside it's still molten lava. So in nature, when lava is flowing through the landscape, it loses about 100 degrees Celsius per kilometer. But when it's traveling inside its own layers of insulation, it only loses about 1 degree Celsius per kilometer. And this means that lava can travel very long distances in nature. So I have brought with me some extra ice. I hope, yeah? So would you guys like to see what happens if I put the ice on the lava?
Yeah.
All right. So this is basalt lava, and it contains 45 to 47% silica, which is glass. And when lava cools very quickly from, for example, ice touching it, it does not have time to form any crystalline structures, so it cannot form rock. Instead, it just forms what it's most made of, which is silica or glass. So you'll see that the lava will instantly go black. Now I'm just speeding up the cooling down process here. And you can see the lava is rising a little bit here. So some of the steam from the ice is being pushed into the lava and creating a beautiful little bubble here. It's also rising a little bit here in the front. And because the lava has started to solidify, I can actually go underneath the lava flow and lift it up. And you'll see that it holds together. And now I'm just poking some holes in the lava flow. You'll see that inside it's still really hot and really molten. So can you guys hear the sound that the lava is making? It's like making this crackling sound. So what's happening is that when the lava is entering the room, and it's a hot molten liquid, it actually takes up more space than if it's a solid and it's cooling down. So as it's cooling, it's also contracting. And this causes the lava to break apart. So the sound you're hearing is parts of the lava slowly breaking itself apart. And because of this, a lava field can be very dangerous even a long time after an eruption is over. So you can imagine, for example, on the lava field that we have right now from the last eruption in Reykjanes, it's all like cooling down, there's no more molten lava. And sometimes we get in the news a report that people try to walk out on it and have to be rescued. Because what can happen in a lava field, it can have a lava tunnel or a lava cave underneath the surface, and if the roof is not strong enough, you risk falling into the lava field. It could break under your feet. And underneath the surface, the lava field can still be incredibly hot. So that lava field in particular is really deep. It's almost 100 meters to the bottom, which means that it will take many years, even 100 years, before the center has cooled all the way. And when lava has time to cool over many years, it also has time to form crystal into the lava, and that is when you get these type of rocks that you can see around the lava slide. So this is also basalt lava. It's just a lava that cooled down slowly. So the black shiny lava here is glass, volcanic glass, which cooled down very fast. The sand is lava that exploded underneath a glacier in steam explosions. And then these rocks are lava that cooled down over many, many years. So I told you guys that the lava is around 1100 degrees Celsius when it enters the room. Now it has had some time to cool down. Does anybody want to guess what's the temperature of the lava? 500, 600? Yeah, let's find out. So I'm going to take the temperature where I put the ice. First, this should be a bit colder. So where I put the ice, it's already down to 450. But if I take the temperature inside the bubble, whoo, it broke. Inside there, it's still 730 Celsius or 1350 Fahrenheit. So even though that bubble is really thin, it's still keeping the lava inside hot. And you can see how thin it is. If I just gently tap it, it starts to break apart. And I'm of course gonna throw some paper on the lava just to show you how hot it still is. I can throw that into the bubble, and you see it starts to catch fire instantly. So this is what I call an authentic lava lamp. You guys enjoying the heat? You constantly hear the lava is just breaking itself apart as it's cooling down. But don't worry, it's not gonna hurt you. So you can see on the surface of the lava flow where it's solidifying, it's creating this beautiful pattern that looks like ripples in water. We have some over here and also in the beginning. And this pattern is called ropi pahoihoi, another Hawaiian word, and it means ripples in water created when you're paddling. And this pattern is formed because as the lava is cooling, it goes through a few stages. At first, when it's really hot, it's super liquid, and then it becomes more viscous when it cools, and eventually solidifies to glass. Now, as it's going through that viscous stage, the molten lava inside is pushing up on it, and that is how we get this ripple effect. And you can see that many places in Iceland. For example, in Thingvellir National Park, if you've been on the top viewpoint there, you're walking around on the Ropi Pahoihoi formation. So I'm waiting a little bit now for the lava to cool down so I can start to break it up a little bit. I'll break the bubble a bit more. See how thin that is, extremely thin. Here I can actually lift the whole lava piece and it stays together. I'll try to break it a little bit smaller because it's going to be difficult to move the whole item around. What I'm trying to show you is that inside here, it's hollow. Might have to wait a bit more for it to cool. It will not break if it is still viscous and sticky lava inside. Almost ready. And you guys can see it. As soon as that's cooled down a bit more, I'll flip it around. Yeah, there we go. You can see that some of the steam from the ice was going inside the lava and inflating it, creating a lava cave. It's my daily workout. It would be so easy if I could just use my hands. You guys can see it.